Hey, welcome friends. Have you or someone you love has been dealing with chronic debilitating health issues that the medical community has said it's irreversible, that there's nothing they could do except bombard you with toxic medication and do some kind of surgery? If so, then we have something in common. Because I was in your shoes, and because I was in your shoes, I want to tell you about my health journey, where I was, what I did, and where I am now. Because health is not about complexity, it's really about simplicity, and I hope to empower you and inspire you to take your health into your own hands. And this is what we're going to talk about next, so stay tuned. Hey, welcome back friends. Thank you for visiting again. Now, my story really started when I was in high school. I was a top rising basketball player in Southern California, and during this time, I started to get the first signs of my body telling me that it was breaking down. I started to have arthritis. I started to have Osgood-Schlatter disease, which is, it's just a fancy word of saying you have inflammation on the top of the tibia. Now, if you have this and it's chronic, pretty much for most people, your athletic career is over. After high school, I didn't pursue college basketball because I didn't feel healthy. I was sluggish and tired all the time, and I felt like there was something truly wrong with my health, but I just didn't know what it was. But I had many goals and aspirations that I wanted to accomplish during my 20s. And after high school, everything was going according to plan. I was working and going to school full time. I had a social life. I had a girlfriend. I felt like I was on top of the world. But God, nature, the universe, whatever you want to call it, had a different plan for me. There was a couple things that I needed to learn from a spiritual perspective, and this was the only way to grab my attention. So once I turned 20, my health became very unstable, and I was in and out of the hospital. During this time, I lost everything. I lost my job, health insurance, friends, girlfriends, and I utilized most of the money that I had on expensive medication. But the number one thing that I lost was time. Time itself. I lost 10 years of my life, and I didn't realize early in my 20s that I was not going to use my 20s to pursue my goals and dreams, but rather just pursue health. Just pursue a normal life where I don't have to think about if I need to go see a doctor or do I need to go to the ER. Now, during this time, I felt like I had every major disease in the book. I was dealing with chronic pericarditis, lupus, I had rheumatoid arthritis, hernias, bone spurs, and I had extremely low white blood cell counts, and the doctors didn't want to let me go out of the hospital because I was reaching levels close to leukemia. I was also bedridden for 2 years, and the doctors wanted to do heart surgery while taking 15 pills a day that did not alleviate any of the pain. It was some of the darkest times in my life, and my family and I weren't sure if I was going to make it or not. Now, the most frustrating part about this process was that doctors didn't want to see me anymore because whatever they were doing wasn't working, and all they could do was give me more toxic medication, do some kind of surgery that's going to cause more major damage to the body. During this difficult process, I had a realization. I realized that the most important thing you could do is take your health into your own hands. Luckily, I was majoring in kinesiology during this time and had to take all the major classes necessary for me to understand how the body works, such as anatomy, physiology, chemistry, biology, and more. I also started to focus heavily on diets, because I realized that we are walking chemistry, and anything that we intake is changing that internal chemistry. That's essentially what these pharmaceuticals are doing in our body. I also realized that the majority of the food we are consuming causes inflammation. So I cut everything out and I was just left with vegetables, fruits, and quinoa. So I thought I hit another brick wall, but during my research, I was reading a book about herbalism, and in the back of the book, it had a link to a Facebook group about raw veganism. Never in my life have I heard the term raw veganism. So I was curious. I joined the group and I realized that a lot of these individuals were eating aligned to what I found in my research. And that's when I knew I was onto something. Fast forward 7 years later, I am still a raw vegan. I am no longer taking a medication. I didn't get heart surgery. I'm not dealing with lupus or chronic pericarditis anymore. And I am working again. I graduated from a university. I'm hanging out with friends and family members without a worry if I need to go to the hospital or see a doctor. So this was my story in a nutshell. I hope my story was inspiring and helpful in any way. And whatever you are going through, I know you could overcome it because you are powerful, you are strong, and whatever your mission is in this world is still not over. I remember when I was in your shoes, all I needed was a little bit of guidance and the keys to getting well. If you're considering starting a raw vegan diet, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want to learn more about health, personal developments, and business, please like and subscribe, as this is what this channel is all about. Now, thank you for visiting, friends. I wish you all a lot of health, a lot of growth, and a lot of love. Until next time, let's get it.